Hi everybody, my name is Julie Sanders and I'm originally from Windham, New Hampshire. I'm also a current senior at Endicott College studying biology and biotechnology. The reason why I'm speaking with you today is to share a little of my experience at Endicott, and that's in hopes of helping guide your college decision. Sitting where you are, I thought I knew exactly what I wanted to do and where I wanted to go to school, and that was at Endicott. I knew I wanted to be a Gull for two reasons. The first was because of the superior athletics, and the second was because of the competitiveness of the biotechnology industry locally. Well, these were the reasons that I decided to come to Endicott. The reasons why I decided to stay and make Endicott my home are completely different. As an athlete and a scientist, I felt that my path was set by going to Endicott. But what I couldn't predict was my college experience changing drastically during my first semester. Before the year had even started, during volleyball preseason, I seriously injured my left knee for the second time in my life. And again, I was going to have to go through surgery and months of rehabilitation. Worst of all, I was going to have to miss my first season, and I was heartbroken. During this time, my coach made sure that I was taken care of, that while I couldn't walk, they were my waitresses at the dining hall. They were my transportation to practice, and they were my emotional support. I wanted to thank them, return the favor, and be more than just a voice on the bench. Through Endicott, I got the opportunity to attend a leadership retreat. While it was during my season, my coach encouraged me to go and learn what I could, knowing that I was struggling with my injury. He saw the value in a well-rounded player. On this leadership retreat, where we had no phones for a weekend, I self-reflected and connected with people that I probably wouldn't have met otherwise. For the first time in my life, I felt like I had an impact on others outside of sports, and I was able to lead in a new way. It lit a spark in me. While I loved volleyball, I realized that I lacked the same level of commitment that I used to have. And I wasn't sure if the continued risk of injury and the long-lasting effects of those injuries were worth it. I went home, and after talking with my family, I decided to stop playing. I was terrified, lost, unsure of what a life without sports was even like. I had been playing my whole life. I thought to myself, how can I still be successful here? I searched for a new community and quickly began to learn what my other passions, interests, and hobbies were. I did this by meeting new people and joining some clubs. I even accepted a leadership position as a facilitator for the Lighthouse Leadership Society. That's the same organization that took me on the retreat. Through my new position and other involvements, I discovered a whole new way to love and care for people. I was happier than I ever thought I could be without the sport I loved. I made new connections, I learned new skills, and yes, I did study hard. But I also changed a lot, and so did my career direction. My freshman and sophomore internships were both at pharmaceutical companies, and I also worked with a few research groups here on campus. These experiences, while beneficial, helped show me that, frankly, I didn't like the field that I was going into or the work that I was doing. I realized that I craved to work in an industry where I cared and interacted with people daily. I began to consider moving towards a career in the practice rather than the development of medicine. Taking any kind of leap of faith is terrifying, but for this one, I knew that I needed to be sure. To do this, I only applied for patient care internships my senior year. While I waited for my internship, I was able to see how healthcare operates in other countries during my study abroad experience in Cork, Ireland. With some distance from my busy life at Endicott, I was also able to ask myself some of the more important questions, like, what makes me happy in life? What makes me feel fulfilled, successful, and impactful? This was easy to do when I was hiking the Italian Dolomites, swimming in the baths in Budapest, and sipping lemonade on the Amalfi Coast. I became much more excited about the concept of direct patient care and couldn't wait for my internship to start. This year, my senior internship is working for a clinical research lab at Massachusetts General Hospital. I'm working with a good friend, and together we help search for alternative treatments for chronic pain to reduce the prescription of opioids. This experience confirmed for me that I do want to work with patients, and because of that, I applied to graduate schools to continue my education in hopes to become a nurse practitioner. Come this July, I will start working towards achieving my doctorate in nursing for women's health at Boston College, with the support of my biological family and my family here at Endicott. Just a few short years ago, if you had told me that my college experience was going to end up like this, I would not have believed you. At the time, I don't think I knew what genuine happiness was, and I don't think I could have predicted finding it somewhere unexpected. I think the beauty in life is that you never stop learning about yourself. No matter where you end up going to school, I want you to know that it's okay to change, and in fact, change is a staple of the college experience. Endicott is just the place that had the support and opportunities I needed to succeed throughout my change. While I am torn apart that my last semester has been cut short, I have no regrets. I made the most out of my experience. It's my wish for you that you do the same. I challenge each of you to choose to take risks that make you happy and welcome change. Thank you for listening, and best of luck to each of you, future members of the class of 2024. Go Gulls!